Yo, what's up, guys? Fishing and shooting here today. I'm fishing big old carp. Let's go. Pause it? No. We're still on. Look at that guy. Fucking decent. I'm gonna show you guys how I caught him and what to do when you want to catch some carp, especially ones of this gratitude, monsters. But yeah, I'm gonna try to show you guys how crazy these carp are. They come from Utah Lake. They swim up this river, and I try to get rid of them because I like the population of brown trout I have in this river. See him swim away? I mashed up his gills and stabbed him in the brain. And he just, like nothing. Freaking aliens, bro. Immortal as fuck. But nah, he'll go swim away and die. Don't you worry. But yeah, I'll show you guys how to catch them. Put you back up here so I don't knock you over. So, first things first. What you want to do is you want to get yourself a little bait casting hook or bait holder hook. It's got barbs right here to help hold like worms on and stuff. And then this one's bent, but that's because of that big ass fish. But yeah, then you just tie it on, straight braid, no weight, no nothing. This is 20-pound braid. It's like I think it's 4 strands. High vis blue, so that way I can watch my line. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to bait it up. So what I use, white bread. The cheapest bread you can get is always the best bread you can get. And if you don't have Hostess, like great value, any kind of white bread, honestly, even if it's expensive, I mean, it still fucking works. So all I do is I just take a piece of bread and I put a hook right in the middle of it. And you just fold it over, and then you squeeze it like this. You leave a gap in between your fingers like that. So it leaves a diamond-like impression. Almost the same look as like a power bait. I don't know why, but carp and trout, they like this diamond shape. Seems to get a lot more bites. But yeah, that's how you want to do it. And it's not going to be too good yet. What you got to do is dunk your bait in the water real quick, just get her wet, and then do it again. Just squeeze it. Squeeze all that water out of there, and now that bait is like almost harder than rock. It's not coming off for any reason. The current's not going to pull it off. The fish is going to pull it off. But that's just how it goes. You just try to catch them when they do that. But just get it out there where you know. Usually you'll see carp jumping out in the distance. You might not catch the one that jumped, but they like to school up. So if you cast in that general direction, then you're going to catch one. Or what I do is, for this specific spot, I'll cast. So this little spillway I'm in, connected to the river, you know, it's the river. But what I do is I'm just gonna go on the other side of this, and then I'll show you what I do from there. So I cast it, get it on the other side, give it some line, and what I do is I'll grab the line with my finger, and that'll start to pull that bait across the water column. I don't know if you guys can see it, but, and then occasionally I'll let it go, pull some more line out, and then grab it again, and just keep doing that, letting the current pull it out further and further until it hits the spot that I want to be in, which is like around right here. And then once it's there, just gonna give it some slack, and then what I do is I hold the line with my finger and keep my bell open. If you hold the line with your finger, you can feel everything. You can feel the current, you can feel the bottom, you can feel everything in the water, okay? You're also gonna feel the bite. So that's what you want. You wanna be able to feel the bite before the bite feels you. Because the second they feel any tension at all, they'll just drop it. They'll just let it go. So you hold the line, keep your bell open, and when a fish bites, focus, just like that. It'll give it some tension, and then it just you just go with the tension. So that way they're not gonna feel it as much as if you had like just your drag turned down way low or anything like that. The only other way that's better that I have found is just to watch your line. Watch your line. With the way this part of the river is, the current is pushing my line this way, to the right? And my bait, because I did that purposely, I'm standing on this side. So it's gonna pull everything to this side because I'm standing on this side. Well, you can just watch your line, knowing that your bait is up on over here. You can watch your line, and when your line starts to go that way and tighten up, you know you got a fish on. And then at that point, like, yeah, you're just gonna want to let them run. You gotta make sure that it's in their mouth, because that's a big problem with a lot of people that I fish with. They don't give it enough time, and then they try to like shank it, and yeah, it just doesn't go as planned because the fish is just holding it in its lips like a trout will. You just give it some line. Usually I'll hold it like this. And that way you don't even have to pay attention to the line. You can just feel when a fish bites and let it go. But when you do get a bite, it's gonna take a minute to get a bite. You guys might see one, you guys might not. When you get a bite, you're gonna want to let him run with it. Let him run with it as far as you can. And then you're gonna wanna set the hook when he's going the opposite direction. You wanna meet him halfway. So let's say he's swimming towards you. If he's swimming towards you and you reel into him and try to set the hook, you're probably just gonna pull it out of his mouth. It's not gonna go as planned. But if you hit it while he's running away from you, there's not a whole lot of places that hook is gonna go other than into the top of his mouth, bottom of his mouth, side of his mouth. That last one I just caught, he swallowed it. And I don't have very many that swallow it. Most of them just set it in their mouth and they run. And then they'll eventually get it in their mouth and start sucking on it. And so they'll slow down and then they'll take off again. When they take off again, that's when you want to set the hook.